Hello.
Yes.
Have you heard about the last question?
No.
Okay. What is the difference between filter and map in JavaScript?
We are using filter to beautify the data according to the requirement, and with the help of map also we can get some useful data, and also we can modify all the data with map and filter.
What are HTTP methods?
HTTP methods, we are using HTTP client to communicate with backend to frontend.
Okay. What are callbacks?
A callback is a function passed into another function as a argument, uh, which is required to some perform some specific action.
What is callback hell?
I don't aware about this.
What is the difference between Node.js and you have work on the Angular, correct?
Yes. The main difference, Node.js is based on MVC architecture, and Angular is based on currently Angular is based on MVVM model. It's based on component, and HTML, CSS, and TS file is are separated.
Okay. Okay. How to make a HTML page responsive without any third-party library?
We can use media query,
And
and media query is the CSS we are using to write
okay.
responsiveness. And
What is viewport? What is viewport meta tag?
meta tag we are using in our index HTML to define the it's mandatory uh, to define the user user visible area and which device user are going to be used.
Oh, what is the difference between display none and visibility hidden in CSS?
Display none will completely remove the element, and
Hmm.
visibility hidden only hide the element.
Okay. What is indexing in SQL?
SQL indexing is the ID.
Why
Sometimes
we use indexing?
indexing we are using for pagination and the ID index.
Okay. How to handle multiple primary key in a table?
I don't use. I don't have worked with this scenario.
Have you used MongoDB?
Yes, I have used MongoDB Atlas.
Okay. So what is the difference between MySQL and MongoDB?
MySQL is a structured database. We can we can create ID, ED, and everything field, and see in the form of table. But MongoDB 8 plus it's a MongoDB is a NoSQL database. It's based on collection. And another thing, we can use MongoDB Compass to show as a structured database.
What is Angular?
Angular is a single page application. We can made up whole application by composing a couple of component, and the component is just a TypeScript class decorated with @ component decorator. And
What is the difference between Angular JS and Angular?
initially Angular JS is based on MVC architecture, and Angular is based on MVVM architecture now. And some compiler is also changed, because before version 5 JIT is used, and after that it's introduced Angular 8 ahead of time compilation. And another Brazil compiler is also introduced in latest version. Some features are added.
Okay. What is the difference between a directive and service in Angular?
Service is a class by using @ injectable decorator that allow to share the data between component and service. And it also provide to allow communicate between service and component. And directive, there are three types of directive in Angular: structure, attribute, and component directives. Structure directive is used to change the structure of DOM element, like ng if and ng for. And attribute directive is we are using ng class and ng style to give the colors and specific format on UI, specific effect on UI.
Okay. What is DI in Angular?
DI is the dependency injection, and
Uh,
dependency in the sense of server. And we are injecting this server in our component. And when we inject the service in our component, we are creating the class instance. And we are also called the as client uh, uh, in our constructor is a argument. We are writing the syntax private server colon server service, and server service is the our service file. And when we need any method to call from service, we are just using the instance of component, like server, and the dot this and the name of the method.
okay. Uh, do you have any data migration experience?
Or data migration in the sense,
In the sense, one database to another database or CSV to database?
or data migration during training session I have done. We can export as CSV and import.
Through programming.
uh, uh, in
Huh?
MySQL we are exporting all the tables and related data. And we can import whenever it's needed.
Okay, okay. Direct import and export.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, okay, what are the key steps you need to follow to implement third-party library? Any third-party library?
Any third party library, we need to check its compatibility with version, and it's continuously update or not initially. And after that we have to check its documentation, uh, which file will going to be affect in our project, and it's required or not. Sometimes I have done in our demo project, and if it's working properly early, so that I can inject in live project.
Okay, Rohit.
Mostly we need to
Thank you for your time.
inject third party library in our app module ts file. Just need to import and use it.
Import dot.
Just need to import in our app module ts file.
Okay. App dot JSON.
No, not app.json. App module.ts file. I'll
App
present
module dot TS1.
contain import array
Mhm.
for all the libraries. Uh,
This is for Angular, na?
yes,
Correct?
yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Rohit. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I will share your feedback to our HR team. They will connect with you. Okay?
Okay, sure. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you.